Action.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Alright guys, make sure you set up for your 2-zone cooking here. I'm putting my coals on one side, spreading them out as best I can there. One thing if you notice here, I'm not using too many coals. And this is a tip here, make sure your grates are clean. I'm spraying a little cooking spray on there to make sure my meat doesn't stick. Alright, so now we're going to go on with the chicken. Now, you notice I'm not using too many coals here. I'm not trying to have big flames like as if I'm doing a steak or something like that. Chicken is so delicate, I want to be careful with all the flares, but I do want to get a seal on this thing first, right? And, there's many different ways to do it, but I like to seal my chicken breasts up first. And then, after I get them sealed to the way I like them, then I start the cooking. Okay, and another tip here, what I'm doing is just giving the meat a little tug, right? Just to make sure it's not sticking on me too much. You don't have to constantly be picking it up and flipping, but just pick them up and tug them a little bit. Alright, it's been about 2.5 minutes here. Now I'm going in and I'm flipping them, rearranging them like I want here. And now, what I'm going to do here is I'm coming in with a little margarine. I like to spray them down, right? Just to keep that skin moist. Just add a little extra flavor there. It's something that I do, and it really turns out nicely. Also helps with the color, right? And you can never have too much flavor. So now, I've seared both sides of my chicken breasts, about 2 minutes a piece there. And now I'm moving over to my cooler zone. I'm taking them out the direct coals. I'm doing a little indirect cooking here now. Once again, you really got to be careful with chicken. What I'm telling you here is just a guideline, a framework of what I'm doing. But whatever you do, you got to take your time when it comes to chicken breasts. It's so easy to rush it and end up overcooking and drying them out. And every time I flip them, by the way, I'm going to hit them with a little bit of that margarine, right? And I'm just going to put the lid on, kind of chill out here for a little bit, and constantly monitoring them. You don't want them to overcook. And something that you need to do, with any meat, but especially chicken breast, right? You get ready to start cooking, you need to look and find out what is that internal temperature that I'm looking for. What is that internal temperature that says, okay, this meat is done. And what you want to do is you want to get as close to that as possible without exceeding it too much, because when you take that meat off, what's going to happen? It's still going to continue to cook a little bit here, right? So what I'm just continuing to do here is I'm monitoring my meat here, right? I'm going to probe it here, and I'm just going to check and see where I'm at temperature-wise, all right? And as I said earlier, you want to go, even when you start doing it on the indirect side, maybe 4 minutes or so, check it and flip it. And every time I flip it, all right, I'm hitting it with some of that margarine, a little extra flavor, and it's going to really help with that color. All right, we just saw 133. I know for chicken, because I Googled it, that it's safe to eat at 165. So we got a little bit of work here to do still. Still continue to hit it with the margarine. And I'm telling you, whatever you do, invest in you a temperature probe. I wanted to kind of speed up things here. I'm actually cooking this for a dish for my wife, and she was so nice to let me use this as a video. Another tip for you, you can take the lid off, but you got to be careful amount of time. Put it back over the direct coals for a little bit here, just to kind of speed things up. I wouldn't normally do this, but if you're going to do it, you really got to watch it now, because we know the temp is already above 133. So as you can see here, as I got it over the direct coals, I'm really probing it now. And you know, sometimes people say, oh, you're probing it so much, the juices are going to leak out. Well, yeah, it can happen, but try to be as accurate as possible. Try to maybe probe the same spots. And that's another reason why we're continuing to using the margarine to kind of combat all these pokes I'm doing here, right? So as they get close to 165 or where I want them to be, I'm going to move them back indirect. So just to kind of finish them off slowly, all right? Yeah, I know I've been gone for a while, about 2 months or so, but started a new job, and I've been out on the road doing residential solar, man. I'm in 22 states right now. So if solar is something that you want to do or something that you want to learn about, just contact me in my on my email, in my about page, or just comment in the comment section, and we'll see what we can do, man. It's a great thing that's going on, and people just don't know about it. So reach out to me, and hey, maybe you'll get to meet Mr. Backyard one day. Now, I feel like some of y'all ain't got y'all party on since the last time we met. That's all right. DJ Q, hit it! Thank you so much for stopping by. I'm so glad you came. But since you're here, here's a little preview of what I'm going to do on